Let's see if Notre Dame held 3 without playing yesterday, and they did.
Welcome, Irish fans, to our special Cotton Bowl edition of Inside Notre Dame Football. I'm Jack Nolan, coming to you this week from Notre Dame's indoor practice facility, where the third-ranked Irish have been working hard to get ready for their national championship semifinal showdown with number 2 Clemson. On this show, we'll take a 5-minute look back at the highlights of Notre Dame's 12-0 season, hear what Ian Book's teammates have to say about his MVP effort this year, and we'll spend a lot of time talking with head coach Brian Kelly about everything that went into Notre Dame earning a coveted playoff spot. Coach Kelly's efforts have already been recognized with the Home Depot and Stallings Coach of the Year awards. Since they first started giving out the Home Depot Award in 1994, only one coach has won it more than once. This year marks the 3rd time Brian Kelly has been named the Home Depot Coach of the Year.
Yeah, I've had good players, and we've played well, but we've had great staffs as well. So, I mean, it's a team award. I know an individual gets it, but great teams, certainly need support staffs, coaching staffs, and great players. So, humbled by the award, but I know it's a team effort, and a lot of people doing great things to get to that.
Inside Notre Dame Football is presented by TireRack.com and brought to you by Team Notre Dame partners Coca-Cola, Under Armour, and Gatorade. Inside Notre Dame Football is also brought to you by Vivid Seats, Canon, Xfinity, Nissan, Notre Dame Federal Credit Union, and SiriusXM.
Notre Dame's remarkable 2018 regular season began and ended with victories in the school's 2 most heated rivalries, an opening night home win over Michigan and Thanksgiving weekend road win at USC, earning the school its first invitation into the now 5-year-old college football playoff. Here's a 5-minute look at all the highlights of those 2 victories and all the wins in between.
Notre Dame football. It means more here. No other university compares to its academic rigor, spirited faith, and elite level of sport. 11 consensus national championships, 7 Heisman Trophy winners, 13 Pro Football Hall of Famers. As a football independent, Notre Dame has no conference championship to earn. There's one goal, the national title. And one way to punch a ticket to the college football playoff: play big games and win.
A race to the end zone. Touchdown Notre Dame. A scoop and score.
Week after week, coast after coast, battle after battle came out on top. And the Fighting Irish finished the 2018 season unbeaten.
This is about a team, and one team that comes together.
I want it together, I want it hard, I want it 4 quarters, and I want it fun!
A rivalry renewed to kick off the 2018 season.
You have to go and get this game. Start fast.
The defense is getting after the Michigan offensive line.
The pressure, down he goes!
Patterson's in trouble, and he's sacked by Jerry Tillery. From the 43, Wimbush looking deep. Chris Fink down there. Touchdown Irish! Incredible grab! He mossed him. He took it away from the defensive back.
Fires to his right on the quick slant. Knocked into the air and intercepted by Jalen Elliott.
Nick Coleman has done a nice job being around the ball here this afternoon for the Irish.
We're a bunch of hard-working, get after it, blue-collar, hitch in the mouth football players.
Ellis is back. Newsom gets rid of it and hits an absolute rocket. Oh, what a kick. 63 when the chips were down to the 5-second mark. Tyler Newsom, job well done.
You get your cleats in the ground and let's play football. Let's not make it harder than it needs to be.
Play action, rolls to his left, flips to the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame. Brock Wright.
Kicks it himself for the Irish touchdown. Let's go! Williams on the run, all the way for a touchdown! End zone. Wisher hangs on. Touchdown, Notre Dame. Nice try. Oh, you like that?
Down he goes. Touchdown, Dexter Williams. 97 yards.
Let's go, baby. Touchdown, Notre Dame. Going end zone, and it is caught. Boykin. Touchdown, Notre Dame. Sacked him. Colin Kareem.
Put your heart on the table right now, because this is what can define us as a team. We can do this, we can do anything. Y'all with me?
Throws to the corner of the end zone, has a touchdown, Miles Boykin. And nothing going, terrific job of option defense, Tavon Coney.
And Brian Kelly knows the games that matter the most are the games you play in the month of November.
Championship teams make statements in November.
Look at the shotgun, plenty of time, throws it right down the middle of the field. Michael Young, touchdown Notre Dame.
And Francois' pass is intercepted off the deflection. It's Nick Coleman inside the 10. First and goal, Irish at the 4. Here is Akers, he fumbled the football. Irish on it. Irish have it.
We only getting started, baby.
Touchdown Notre Dame.
About our goals. Number 1 goal was to beat Michigan. Number 2 was to do what? And we protected our house. Third is to win in the month of November. We got 2 down, we've got 2 to go.
Throws across the middle, ball knocked away, intercepted by Alohi Gilman. Down the right side, Austin Yoon 3 for 3 on field goals today.
But amazing, I feel like Derek Jeter.
Now runs to his left, down, just as he got to the first down marker.
We're not leaving without a win. We're not leaving.
Big hit from Gilman and bring it. Daniels swarmed and sacked again. Makes a cut, gets a block, and scores. Is that the play that will seal the playoff bid for Fighting Irish?
This is a special day and a special group of guys that found a way to win every game that was put in front of them. I don't know that you really can understand the significance of what we've accomplished, but I can tell you this is hard to do.
At the moment, let's see if Notre Dame held 3 without playing yesterday, and they did.
Now, 12-0 is a team effort, but I want to start with the unit that every week made the plays you needed to win, and that was your defense.
Yeah, so we did 2 things. 1, 9th in points. So we kept the points down. We eliminated big plays, and the structure of our defense was set up accordingly that we eliminated those kind of opportunities that offenses had all year against other teams, and that was the big strike. We eliminated that this year, and that's really hard to do week in and week out. Sometimes you let your guard down and you give up a big play, but our defense was on top of it all year and limiting the big play and keeping the points down, and that's great work by everybody.
Defensive line, much improved.
No doubt. I mean, and those guys continue to mature. Jerry Tillery, start there. Here's a guy that comes back for, his 5th year, and he improves his pass rush. Here's a guy like Khalid Kareem who comes back and now becomes an everyday player. Everybody in their own way, whether they were a sophomore and moving to a junior year like Julian Okoye, who now becomes a pass rusher that everybody has to, notice when we play against him. Everybody across that defensive line in some fashion brought a higher level to their game this year.
When you look at your linebacking core at the start of the season, young overall, but you had a couple of veteran studs in Tranquil and Coney. They had to come through, and they did, both playing well on the field and leading that whole unit.
Yeah, and they had to stay healthy, quite frankly. And Drew Tranquil got banged up a little bit, but hung in there. Was a warrior late in the season, playing through an ankle sprain. But that was really key for us in keeping Tavon and Drew healthy, and we were by and large able to do that throughout the year.
And then your secondary got better. You knew your cornerback play would be very good, but your safety play, led by Gilman, was also very good.
No doubt. I think the safety play was the one area where in 2017 we didn't get much production at all, and at times was a liability for us. But Alohi Gilman comes along and certainly becomes a playmaker for us. But Jalen Elliott's development was outstanding. I think he led our defense in interceptions, as well as became a short tackler for us, and in all phases of the game became a better player. So now with the upgrade at the safety position, and then Julian Love, who arguably was the best corner in the country, and Troy Pride continuing to play better and better football for us, that's a pretty good group in the back end.
Everybody knows you're the head coach of the players, but I'm not sure all the fans focus on the fact you're also the head coach of the coaching staff, and you have two of the youngest coordinators in all of college football. Let's start with Clark Lee and the job he did in his first year as a defensive coordinator at any level in college.
Yeah, so it starts with obviously having a great understanding of the system in which we run defensively, and a lot of it is a carryover from what was implemented last year. I think the second thing is that he's a humble leader, and he'll listen and he'll take advice. He's got a good staff around him. I think Mike Elston's been very helpful. I think Terry Joseph. I think he's got a great group around him that he gets a great deal of support from. But I think by and large, the players see him as a leader that's doesn't have all the answers, and he doesn't propose to have them all. And guys will follow people like that are vulnerable, and he's done a really good job of putting that together, and our guys really enjoy playing for him.
You win your first 3 games, including beating the nation's #1 defense throughout the season in Michigan, and after 3 wins, you change your quarterback. How difficult a decision was that?
There are decisions that are made for the program that are tough in the sense that there are people involved. That's where it becomes difficult, and the person involved was somebody that we love in Brandon Woodbush, so that was the hard part. Certainly he's a guy that has been successful for us, but it was the right thing to do for our football team. That's my job, is to make sure that we have the right 22 players on the field, and inserting Ian Book into the lineup, I felt like not only would we be more efficient on offense, but it would help our entire football team, including our defense.
Did you expect Book to be as good as he has been?
Well, I sure was hoping. I mean, when you take a Brandon Woodbush out of the lineup, you have to expect that your play is going to be better. So I would not have done it unless I felt like he could elevate our play. And certainly he played as well, and at times better than we had hoped with his efficiency in terms of throwing the football.
Much better receiver play, playmaking receiver play throughout this season. Talk about what you like the most about your receiving corps.
Well, we got one-on-one matchup wins on the outside with Claypool and Boykin. They hadn't been tested or challenged much last year because they didn't play a lot, So we needed those big guys to really win the 50-50 ball, win those one-on-one matchups, and they did that quite a bit. And then Chris Fink was able to work inside out against linebackers, made some big catches in third down situations. So 3 receivers that didn't get a lot of work the year before really stepped up for us.
Your line wins the Joe Moore Offensive Line of the Year award last year. You lose 2 top 9 picks. Then in Game 5, you lose your best offensive lineman. Does Jeff Quinn get enough credit for what he's done with this offensive line?
No, probably not. I mean, I think he did a great job of putting some young guys in a position to succeed. And that's really the most important thing, is you can't do everything that you would like to do, but you got to put them in a position where we can be successful. And I think as the season progressed, we found out what their strengths and weaknesses were, and we really played to that down the stretch.
A huge story this year is the return of Dexter Williams. Let's talk about his journey to become a leader on the field and in the locker room?
Well, you know, it's like anything else. I mean, you have adversity and you can go one of two ways. You know, you can learn from that adversity and be stronger, or you can fade away. And he chose to be stronger from it and to almost to pay back a little bit from what he went through. And I think it sent a great message, especially to a lot of players, that if you go through adversity, to come out on the other end, you just got to persevere, and he certainly did that.
Ian Book took over as Notre Dame's starting quarterback in Game 4 against Wake Forest and guided the Irish offense to a new level, becoming the first quarterback in the country to win his first 5 starts with a completion percentage of better than 70% since Russell Wilson did it at Wisconsin in 2011. Book ended up throwing for 2,468 yards and 19 touchdowns, while running for 250 more yards and 4 TDs. Ian finished the regular season with a completion percentage of 70.4%, the 5th best percentage in the nation. His Fighting Irish teammates recognized Book's outstanding season by voting him Notre Dame's 2018 Most Valuable Player.
Ian is nothing less than great. He's thrown into the fire. He took it like a champ.
My boy Book, he's definitely a hell of a player. I mean, he could do it all. Like, what can he not do?
We knew he was ready for it, but we didn't know he was this ready for it. He's exceeded all expectations in my accounts, and every time he's out there, he makes plays.
You gotta be kidding me, Paul. 3 rushing touchdowns. Ian Book making a statement in his first start this season.
See Ian, flourish when given his opportunity. Just kind of speaks to the person he is and the kind of competitor he is. Just to see him, with a big smile on his face, running up to you after a touchdown, and is a pretty special moment.
Some of the throws that Ian makes are ridiculous. I ran a corner route, and he placed it right over the linebacker, and it was a beautiful pass, one of the most best passes I've seen in the game.
For him to come in and when called upon and not only get the job done, but do it in such a great fashion and to put up the kind of numbers he has is truly something special.
Book steps up. He's in trouble. Off his back foot. Now runs to his left. Eyes downfield. Across the 50. Keeps it himself. Across the 40-yard line. Puts his head down just as he got to the first down marker. And it looks like he has just enough.
Ian's composure in the game is unlike anything I've ever seen before.
He's calm back there. He understands what this team needs to do to win. And, when you have a guy back there with that type of confidence, it makes the whole team confident.
I think he's going to remember as just a pure quarterback. Everybody loves Book, and I think there's going to be a lot of 12 jerseys in the stands next year. So, I'm extremely excited for him and happy for him.
As we go to break, let's take a look at this week's Notre Dame Ticket Exchange, powered by Vivid Seats, Play of the Week, or in this case, Play of the Year. This was not an easy choice, with the Irish making so many big plays on both sides of the ball throughout the 2018 season. But no play was more transformative or more indicative of what the future had in store for the Notre Dame football team than the very first carry of the season for running back Dexter Williams in Game 5 against Stanford.
Dexter Williams in the game for the first time this year for Notre Dame. Takes the handoff and takes off. Williams on the run, all the way for a touchdown!
It's time now for the experts at TireRack.com question of the week for Coach Kelly. This week's question comes from Zach Vincent of Anmore, West Virginia. Coach, how do you like this team as they are playing now, going into the playoff and winning?
First and foremost, they care. Their preparation will be outstanding. They are playing with a bit of an edge and the feeling that nobody believes that they should be in the playoffs. And not that will be the reason why they play. They play for themselves. They play for their teammates. They play for Notre Dame. But that's a nice add-on to it. And they've won all their games. They know how to win. So I'll take our chances with that. I like the fact that this team is ready to play.
That will do it for this season of Inside Notre Dame Football, but don't forget you can continue to follow Notre Dame's quest for the national championship with daily updates from our talented Fighting Irish media staff on UND.com. Thank you very much for watching all season long, and as we head to the playoff, as always, go Irish.
Inside Notre Dame Football is presented by TireRack.com and brought to you by Team Notre Dame partners, Coca-Cola, Under Armour, and Gatorade. Inside Notre Dame Football is also brought to you by Vivid Seats, Canon, Xfinity, Nissan, Notre Dame Federal Credit Union, and SiriusXM.